Alright, my super fan, patch 4.3 is basically going to be live very soon, and together with that we have a couple of new things that are coming, and one of which is going to be the new artifacts domain, which I would say is pretty surprising that they are adding 2 new sets of artifacts at this point in time. But the main point of this video is going to be looking into whether or not these artifacts are really good and it's worth it for you to be farming them, since you know farming artifacts is literally the most resin consuming in everything that you can do in Genshin Impact. Now guys, there's only a few days left to voting for your most favorite character for the Genshin Award 2023. So if you haven't already guys, just spare 2 minutes after this video clicking on the link in my description and vote for your most favorite character, and I will be announcing the results in a dedicated Genshin Awards video later on in the next few weeks. So look forward to that guys, and so with that out of the way, let us just dive right in. And so, first artifact set, we have the Nightfall Whispers in the Echoing Woods. Basically, this is a Geo set that is, I would say, was made with Navia's skills and kit in mind, because everything that this set has to offer fits Navia's skills perfectly. What it does is 2-piece sets give you attack 18% plus, and 4-piece after using elemental skill you get a 20% geo damage bonus for 10 seconds, and if you gain crystallized, that will be increased by another 150% until your crystallized shields disappear. Now yes, this set fits perfectly for Navia, but I also have to say that this set is literally the best set for Geo DPS character at this point in time, because yes, it already gives you a pretty good attack number, not to mention a very high geo damage bonus number on top of that. But the biggest thing you have to keep in mind is the character you're using this set on has to be in a team that is more focused on crystallized reactions. So other DPS character that is more focused on mono geo comps is not gonna be able to make full use of this set. So in other words, from now on, if you're using this set in your Geo team, you need characters such as, you know, Yelan, Yai Miko, Fischl, Xingqiu, those off-field sub-DPS character that is capable of applying elements and helping you do crystallize to make the full use of this set. But in other words, this Geo set is really worth it if you are looking for your best DPS Geo set. However, is that the same case for the set that comes alongside with it, which is our Song of a Day's Past, basically a healing bonus set that has the capability of buffing your teammates. What this 4-piece basically does is that when your healer heals your team, it will create a yearning effect for 6 seconds, while recording the total amount of healing provided, including overflow healing. After 6 seconds, basically your active character will have their damage increased by 8% of the total amount of healing. This effect will be available for 10 seconds or after a 5-time triggering. Now a yearning effect can record up to 15,000 HP healing for once instant, and it will still be able to trigger if your healer is off field. So now we know that this set is basically made for support and healing character, but how good is this specific artifact set actually is? And I would say guys, this set is actually rather bad compared to many of the support artifact sets that we have out there in the games, or closely related is gonna be the Ocean Clam set. Now there are a few big things that actually hold this set back. Is first off, this set actually has a downtime. Is that you have at least a 6-second downtime for the yearning effect to record the healing. But what's also not good is that the buff is actually hit limited. So if you are a Shanghai user, you already know how it works. It's basically similar to her quotes, where this is recorded upon each hit. So if for example your active character does AoE damage and hits 5 enemies, that is counted as 5 instances of damage buff from your artifact sets. So after just basically 1 AoE hit, the buff already ran out. Couple that up with basically a 6-second cooldown afterward, you're having quite a lot of downtime. In other words, you're just going to be having your 2-piece healing bonus activated during that duration. Whereas the clamp set is generally going to be better, a lot easier to use, guys. The bubble bursting does quite a lot of damage and it does pop a lot more frequently. So if you're already looking for a very good set for your support healer set, then yes, Ocean Clamp set is generally going to be the better choosing. Therefore guys, with that in mind, overall this artifacts domain is definitely not going to be too worth it for you to farm at this point in time unless you are a Navia's fan. Then yes, most of us are going to be farming for this artifacts domain. But here's the thing guys, if you are not really that well off on your resin and saving, then generally I would just recommend you to save up not using and farming in this domain. Save your resins and farm for other better domains, and then you can go to the artifacts strongbox, try to get a 2-piece combination, for example the 2-piece gladiator with 2-piece Akai Petra to get attack and geo damage bonus, and then it's easier for you to farm crit rate and crit damage from there rather than you risking all of your resins in this newest artifacts domain and not fully building your other important character as well. If you're like an endgame player than me, then I don't think that's really matter too much, but I do know that earlier and mid game players are really stuck on resins farming and farming for artifacts. So yes, this is a huge consideration if you are planning for this artifacts domain, as I generally would not recommend you to do so at that current point of the game. So guys, that's all I have to say in terms of the current artifacts newest domain. I hope that was really helpful to you. If you do have any questions, leave it down in the comment section and I or some lovely other Genshin player will be there to help you out. If you're trying to pull for some of the character that's in patch 4.3 yet you are still on the fence, and I have a very in-depth videos going through that to help you out, so be sure to check out the video right here. If you're new to the channel guys, don't forget to subscribe as I post a lot of fun and helpful Genshin videos for you. I really appreciate you guys sticking with me to this part of the video guys, and with that I wish you a super day and I will catch you on my next video.